Yo guys, what's going on? It's Skiigga here, and this is actually the first game that I played on Terminal. I've played a bunch more since then, but I just figured I'd give you my first game because that's like the most just first impression realistic kind of thing. And I'm really liking this map so far. I think it's great, and I want to give you guys some tips and tricks for this map. It is a little bit different. I would play it a little bit differently than I would in Modern Warfare 2, and also anyone that didn't play Modern Warfare 2 that is like either new to the Call of Duty series or started in Black Ops might not know this map. So I want to give you guys some tips and tricks here. And in Modern Warfare 2, this was a really just like, I found it really hard to get a good KD. You could get a lot of kills, but it's really hard to not die so much, and that was because of like all the like air support and all like noob tubes flying and overpowered guns and all that kind of stuff. And when I played this map in Modern Warfare 2, I always found myself going to like the high traffic areas just because it's in my mentality, it's in my nature that I always want to be like in the action, and that's always not the best course of action to take because, I mean, sure, it's a lot more fun. Well, I think it can be a lot more fun when you're like just constantly like killing people, but you're like dying a lot, but you're always like rushing back in, and it's fun, but like you definitely want to like keep a good KD. You don't want to be like getting 40 kills and 35 deaths. Like that's not a good score really. And so I want to give you guys some tips that will hopefully make your, I don't know, make it more enjoyable, make it easier for you guys to play this map. So basically, I think I feel like this map is a lot about gun skill, to be honest, which is good because there's not really that much bullshit that you can die from. The biggest things are, you have to realize there's multiple ways to get nearly anywhere on the map. So even though you might think that you have them trapped in, say, a spawn such as A, they can always run in different directions. They can go through into the plane, they can jump out that window, they can run back behind here towards C like where I just was. So there's 3 different ways for them to get out of that area if you don't have the spawn properly locked down. And you have to realize that enemies are always going to be coming from your back, so you have to be watching your back more than ever on this map, I feel like. And there's always people that are going to want to come get you for revenge kills and all that kind of stuff, as always. But so you really have to be careful of where you are on this map. It is hard to navigate without like dying, but you do have to navigate. You can't really camp on this map. You can pick up like 5 or 6 kills camping in a spot, but pretty soon you're going to have the whole team after you. So I highly encourage, I wouldn't really say like rushing gameplay because that's really hard to do, but just move around a lot, make sure you're in a safe area, use the radar to make sure you know where your teammates are and try to pick up enemies. I really like using portable radar on this map. You can throw it in like the hallway or like one of the high traffic areas, or even put it in once you start to know this map better. I haven't really played this map well enough to like determine where the spawns are. I'm not sure if they're any different from Modern Warfare 2 or not, but I feel like they probably are a little bit. But don't necessarily use your portable radar to put it where you think they're going to be spawning. Put it a little bit outside of their spawn, or if you can figure out where like the off spawns will be, try to put it in the off spawn, because if no one's appearing in the like portable radar and you put it in the off spawn, that means they're not spawning in the off spawn. That means they're going to be spawning in the actual spawn. So once the spawns kind of switch up a little bit, the portable radar will give you a big heads up onto where the enemies should be, and then you can kind of adjust your position accordingly. But you definitely want to use all the cover that you can get. You can see me navigating through here. I saw that guy, and I just can't figure out this thing. These things piss me off, but there's like so many like hedges and like trees and pillars and all that stuff, and you don't just want to run straight down the hallway. You want to use the cover that's provided as best as you can to help yourself kind of win any gunfight that you can. I know head glitching is kind of frowned upon, but I don't think head glitching is bad when you're just like, you run and post up to a place and so you can kill a person, then you move on. The head glitches that kind of piss me off, like I just did there, the head glitches that piss me off is if someone would have just stayed there for like 2 minutes and just kept picking me off, and I get, yeah, right there, what the fuck is that guy doing? He's just camping in a corner. Like, how is that enjoyable? I don't see how you're having any fun out of that. Yeah, those people are still in the game, but for the most part, a lot of people are running around still, and it's a pretty high action map, and it's pretty good. I definitely recommend using an assault rifle, particularly the ACR, because that basically is the best gun in this game, at least the best assault rifle. You can maybe get away with the MP7, but it is a mixture of, there's some close like combat, but it's a lot of long range stuff, like you'll see me firing down the hallway here. This is kind of a mistake. I shouldn't be in this area, and there's a lot of times where I can like get a couple shots on people like that guy, but they just kind of run away because there's so many just like alleys and like things to hide behind, and so many like lost lines of sight on this map. But there definitely are some good places. As you know, you can get up on that top there, just like I ran by. I think it's generally used as a shout out, like top red or something like that. But there's like tons of places you can get, tons of lines and tons of line of sight that you guys probably know about. But you see I'm running over here, checking this corner to make sure that guy still isn't camping here. But yeah, basically, if you guys want me to do any more videos of like tips and tricks of like lines of sight or anything else that you guys might want, I'll be happy to do that for you guys. And see, this is kind of a mistake right here. I shouldn't be running to the spawn. I completely didn't see that guy. There was 3 people there. I saw 2 of them. The other guy was behind the counter, kind of camouflaged in. I didn't see him there. I just got fucked. But basically, like I said, this isn't the greatest gameplay. I think it's like 21-5, which isn't like, I wouldn't post it as a normal YouTube gameplay, but I'm just using it to kind of teach you guys, and I thought it was a good example of the game. See, I'm using this counter here for cover. I know that guy's going to pop back out, so I throw a nade because I figure it's going to be harder to pick him up with my gun. And I heard his tactical insertion there. I heard him spawn, so I'm not going to fuck with him there. I'm going to jump out that window, but I still die anyway. But just all these things you guys have to think about. You have to constantly be thinking when you're playing Call of Duty. Know where they're going to spawn. Like, you have to really get into the enemy's head and kind of like know what they're going to do. And just try to outthink your enemy or your opponent or anything like that. So I hope these tricks were kind of helpful. Like I said, ACR is definitely good. I haven't tried running like assault or anything on this map, but I think it should be okay. But specialist is definitely great. Yeah, you really can't go wrong with an assault rifle, stuff like that. I hope these tips and tricks were helpful, guys. Leave a rating if you enjoyed it, leave a comment, anything, and I'll see you guys later.